Welcome back to another dose of Wisdom Weekly. I hope what I share with you today blesses you and has you coming back on repeat. My desire is to hear God through all the distractions and to give you a word that is slightly familiar, mixed with fresh and new insight. So if you're ready, dive with me to Matthew 20 as we talk about the parable of the vineyard workers, or as I would call it, good company. For the kingdom of heaven is like a landowner who went out early in the morning to hire workers for his vineyard. He agreed to pay them a denarius for the day and sent them into his vineyard. About 9 a.m, he went out and saw others standing in the marketplace doing nothing. He told them, "You also go and work in my vineyard, and I will pay you whatever is right." So they went. He went out again about noon and about 3 p.m. and did the same. About 5 p.m, he went out and found still others standing around. He asked them, "Why have you been standing here all day doing nothing?" "Because no one has hired us," they answered. He said to them, "You also go and work in my vineyard." When evening came, the owner of the vineyard said to his foreman, "Call the workers and pay them their wages, beginning with the last ones hired and going on to the first." The workers who were hired about 5 p.m. came, and each received a denarius. So when those came who were hired first, they expected to receive more. But each one of them also received a denarius. When they received it, they began to grumble against the landowner. "Those who were hired last worked only an hour," they said, "and you have made them equal to us who have been borne the burden of the work and the heat of the day." But he answered one of them, "I am not being unfair to you, friend. Didn't you agree to work for a denarius? Take your pay and go. I want to give the one who was hired last the same as I gave you. Don't I have the right to do what I want with my own money? Or are you envious because I'm generous?" So the last will be first, and the first will be last. People honestly act the same as they did thousands of years ago. And if we're not careful, we can fall into the same trap. The difference between true godly people and ungodly people is godly people should have pliable hearts. We make mistakes, but when God corrects us, we should be willing to change. Our number one desire should be to please God. We have some real envious people in the world, jealous over everything, little and big, exaggerating and spreading gossip. We all have some of those on the job. But what is this parable saying to us? It's saying we can't have a first child or only child syndrome. When only the firstborn exists, they reap the rewards of being the only child. But when the second child comes along, they must share attention, affections, and rewards with this other person. Are the parents of the two children going to say to the second child, "Well, since you came after the first, you will get a portion of our love, and we'll give your brother or sister more love and time because they came first, and we have spent more time with them"? I hope not. Just like normal parents, God is going to treat his children who are seen as the workers, being paid a wage, the same, because he loves us all the same, with a deep, everlasting love. He has enough love to spread it evenly and equally to those that acknowledge him as boss, as father, as master, as Lord of their lives. No matter if they were on their knees praying to him at 2, singing his praises in church at 5, got saved at 8, came off drugs at 36, found Jesus at 44 in the bar, knew him at 10, then went away and forgot him and then came back at 50 and served him, or acknowledged him as Lord at 95 on their deathbed. God will give us all the same wages, and that is acceptance into his kingdom. Although the longer you have known Jesus, the more testimonies you accumulate, the more grace and favor falls on you, and ministry will manifest. Seniority comes automatically by reaping the benefits of being in good company. Everyone should want acceptance and blessings for their co-laborers because we're on the same team. God's love is to be shared. He has enough love for all of us, even the ones who came last. He loves us all with the same love. He sees what He has created in each one of us. If we are willing to come, He will take us and give a great benefits package, the best insurance plan and coverage for a lifetime, just as the first and longest worker. And who wouldn't want to love a God like that? A God that doesn't show favoritism or nepotism. A God that doesn't have cliques, but a God that is concerned about all of His workers. A God that is generous, so generous He would give us the same time and attention as He has given His first, Jesus Christ. A God that is so perfectly good, we can trust Him with the permanent residence of our souls. So think deeply with me on this scripture. For God so loved the world that whoever believes in Him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. I pray it is a good life, friend, the best life you can have. But that doesn't always mean riches and fame and instantaneous happiness. But a good life is peace, contentment in where you are, and gratitude for what you have and who is in your circle, no matter how small it is, and the desire to help someone who really needs it. Well, I hope this word blessed you. And if you did not like or subscribe, be sure to do that. And tell a friend. Until next time, lead with love and be led by God. Bye-bye.